Cristiano Ronaldo is a Portuguese professional footballer, widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time.
Hey guys, welcome back to the documentary tutorial. So in today's video I'm gonna teach you about the video that you watch at the beginning. So now let's get jump to the video. So here I'm in photopea. First we have to make asset, and we're gonna create a new project here, and then choose this size, and then just create. And here we're gonna go to shape tool and choose rectangle, and then I'm gonna make a line here, and also use the black color, and then we duplicate this layer, and then just move it here and go to edit, and then transform and rotate it 90 degree. After that go to the shape tool again and choose ellipse, and then make a circle with the size. Make sure all of the shape is in 3 different layers, and then just select 3 of these layers, click this and then this, then just move it to the middle. After that go to edit, define new, and then pattern. After that you go make a new project, but this time with this size, and then click this, go to pattern fill, and then change the pattern to the shape that we created, and then now you adjust the scale. For example, I think 6 is enough, and then you just have to save it. After that I'm gonna make a new file again. So here I'm gonna edit the character that I want to use in my video. For example, I'm gonna use Ronaldo picture here. Make sure that the picture is PNG, so it has a transparent background. You can cut the background manually using photopea. You can use pen tool and also the selection tool, but if you want to automatically delete the background, you can use an AI, a background removal AI, so it could save your time. And then duplicate layer by holding Alt key, and then in the beneath layer you double click it, and then check the color overlay. For example, I'm gonna use the pink color, and then OK. Then select this layer and move it a little bit here. Go to image and then adjustment, and then saturation, and drag this saturation to the lowest, and then press OK, and then just export it. After that I'm gonna make all of this layer invisible. Press B to go to the brush tool, and then I'm gonna adjust the thickness here, and then use this brush type, and then now create a new layer, and then we're going to make an arrow. Just make it like this. And then just save it. After we created all of the asset, now go to Capcut. But before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button and then turn on the notification. And also, if you haven't installed Capcut, you can install it from the link in my description to get free 7-day trial. And anyway, just import the asset that we have created. And also I have an additional asset that I import here. Let's see, this is the paper texture, and then this is the New York Times logo, and then this yellow line that I will use for the highlight. And now all you have to do is to import all of the asset here. I'm gonna start with adding this background, and then Ronaldo here, and then also the arrow, Let's just position it first. Gonna put it right here, and then also it's gonna stay here. And then drag the text layer here. So we are going to make this look like a newspaper. Gonna write something. For example, you have for example, here I have copy a text from the article, and I'm gonna use this text layer as the title layer. Let's resize the font size and then make it like this, and change the color to black, the font to Times New Roman bold, and the alignment to this. Let's position it here. And now just duplicate it, and then we are going to make another text for this time. So I'm gonna use this text layer for the content of the article. Let's write this, and we just downscale and we just separate it into a paragraph. Let's downscale it, and maybe I'm just gonna change the font type to the regular Times New Roman. Let's position it here, and then I'm gonna duplicate this again, and duplicate the title text layer, and then change it to a date. And then change the font color to white, and then just check the background and change the background color to the same color like this. So we just have to use the color picker here, and then click in here, and then I'm gonna adjust the height, and then just like this. Now let's position it in up here. Now I'm gonna add the logo of the New York Times. Let's position it here, and then add a new text layer again. Change the color to black, and then position the layer under the Ronaldo layer, and then hold underscore in your keyboard to make a line. Just downscale it and position it here. So now all the assets I have import all to this timeline. Now all I have to do is to animate them all. Let's start from Ronaldo here. make sure that the playhead at the beginning of the frame, and then add keyframe on the transform, move a few seconds, and then add keyframe again, and then click this arrow to back to the first keyframe, drag down Ronaldo until it's out from the frame, so it's gonna look like this. Now for the arrow, I'm gonna go to mesh and then choose horizontal, so I'm gonna keyframe this, and then add keyframe on the mesh. Let's position here, and then just drag the mesh line until the arrow disappear, and then move forward a few seconds, drag the mesh line here, so the movement is gonna look like this. If it's too fast, you can just adjust the keyframe here to make the duration longer. And now I'm gonna go to the text. Let's for the title text, I'm gonna use animation called type 2, and then let's set it to the 1 second duration. And then for the content text layer, go to animation, and then I'm gonna use showing up and set the duration to 1 second, and then go to the title, and then go to the date, and also I'm gonna use the type 2 again. Now for the New York Times, we're going to add animation called slide up, and then change the duration to 1 second. But the problem is this text is appear from far away down, so it just look bad. And to solve this problem, you just have to right click and then create compound clip. After that, go to mesh and then choose horizontal and position the mesh line in here, so it's gonna look like this, or maybe here, sorry, my bad. It's gonna look like this. Now the last thing is to animate this line. I'm gonna use type 1 animation, so it's gonna look like this. Now if you have animate all of this asset, you just have to change the timing. You can improvise it, but if you want to follow mine, it's okay too. So for example is I'm gonna position the arrow after the appearance of Ronaldo, see, and then I'm gonna place all of this text layer, so it's gonna appears one by one, starting from the date. So the date is stay in here, and then the second is the title, and then after the appearance of the title, we're gonna make the content appear. After that, for the logo here, so let's just put it right after the content come, so it's in here. And for the line, we're gonna put it so it's gonna appear in the lash, so it's gonna look like this. Maybe it's too quick, we just move it here. Let's make the duration longer. Mark 7 seconds, and then just select all of this and press W, and it's gonna look like this. Now I want to add the highlight. So after the appearance of the title, I'm gonna highlight the word Cristiano Ronaldo. Rescale and position the highlight so it's covered the words. Now you just have to change the blend mode to multiply, and then go to mask, then choose mirror, because here I'm gonna mask it. I just want the word Cristiano Ronaldo to be highlighted, and then basic again. Now right click and then create compound clip. After that, change the blend mode again to multiply. Now I'm gonna highlight another word here. Let's, for example, he's changed his game over the year, so let's just add the highlight layer again, then scale and position it so it's cover this word. After that, change the blend mode to multiply, go to mask, choose mirror, and then just rotate it, and I'm gonna put it like this. Perfect. Basic again, and right click and create compound clip, and I'm just gonna trim it here and change the blend mode to multiply. Now let's animate the highlight. So click this layer, go to mesh again, choose horizontal, rotate it -90 degree, drag it to the left until the highlight disappear, and then add keyframe on the mesh, move a few seconds, and then drag the mesh line to the left until the highlight appears, and it's gonna look like this. Now do the same step for the another highlight. Go to mesh, choose horizontal, rotate it 90 degree, drag it to the left, and then add keyframe on the mesh, move a few seconds, and then drag the mesh line to the left and to the right until it's fully appear. So it's gonna look like this. And then now we just have to add this texture, and then position the layer to the top of the layers. Let's just trim it here, go to basic, change the blend mode to multiply. Now we just have to make the camera movement here, and then first you have to select all of this layer, right click and then create compound clip, Now here I'm gonna add a zoom in effect. So let's just select the layer, go to the video, and then add keyframe on the transform. Move a few seconds, and then just scale and position it. Now go to effect and then search for blur effect. Drag this blur effect to the timeline and position the layer before this keyframe. Go to the first frame of the effect layer, add keyframe, move forward a little bit, and then add the keyframe again. Just let it a little bit here. Now in this first keyframe you just add to the 0, and here you add like maybe 17, and then in here you made a keyframe again, and then in here just trim it first. To 30. Then here last frame you just drag it down again, so it's gonna look like this. So it just look like the camera that is autofocusing. Let's add another effect called shake. Let's add the shake effect and then expand it to the whole duration. Let's adjust the speed to 3 and the strength to 6. It's too fast. Maybe the speed to 1 and the strength to 3. And maybe the strength to just 2. Yeah, perfect. And for the final touch, I'm gonna go to adjustment and then drag this custom adjustment to the timeline, then expand it to the whole duration, and here you adjust the time a little bit so it's gonna look yellow. Maybe just do, maybe let's just set it to 4. And also I'm gonna add vignette a little bit. And now you just have to export it. After that, go to a website called Video Vault and then drag the video that has been exported to here, and then here I'm gonna change it to 12 FPS. Just wait for the rendering, and now you can download it. And here's the final result.
Cristiano Ronaldo is a Portuguese professional footballer, widely regarded as one of the greatest players of all time.